So I watch a lot of movies. I also work at a cinema. Exhibit A. I feel like I'm not overly critical when it comes to movies. Unless you're Kung Fu Panda 4. What the fuck was that? My word.
Fuck you!
I also haven't got an in-depth criteria system like most people do. If you hover over my Letterboxd account, it's just, I love it, I like it, or it's just, nope, stop talking, go to jail. A Goofy movie is the greatest movie of all time, okay? Slap that baby in the VCR and I'm golden. It won't fit. So yeah, what can I say? I like animated movies and I give 5 stars pretty easily, I think. Even though I feel like I'm not overly critical, I do have movies I hate. Part 1. Disclaimer, obviously these are my opinions alone. If you like these movies, good on ya. Life is good. Do you like my new shirt? Starting off a little bit controversial. Maybe controversial. We have Don't Look Up. This was one of the movies where I just don't have the attention span for, which is actually a common theme with my takeaways from most movies. I actually tend to not finish them because I do not have the attention span for it. And this is a prime example. I couldn't really follow through it. Despite the amazing cast, I just couldn't do it. Meryl Streep couldn't save it for me. Jonah Hill couldn't save it for me. My boy Willy Wonka, bro, he couldn't save it for me either. I couldn't do it. I don't know what to tell you. But yeah, not much to say. I thought it would be good because of the cast. Oh, I thought I'd like it because of the cast, I should say. But alas. Next up we have Thor Love and Thunder. This movie was actually a slap in the face. A punch in the gut. A squeeze of the balls. Thor Ragnarok is probably one of my favourite Marvel films ever. That was such a good movie. I think it was fairly praised, actually, because it's a very good film. Love and Thunder, though. Oh, baby, did they know? Oh, boy. I was so excited for this film too. This was really disappointing. Yeah, I mean, the only thing I can say highly of it was that my sister and I had a good time. My dad liked it. Shout out to my dad. My dad doesn't like that many films. Like, he's not, he's very specific with what he likes. And, he liked this film. My sister and I, however, did not like this film. And even that is... My sister is fairly easy as well, which is no shade at all. Like, she's fine. She watches a movie, she likes it. If she doesn't, she doesn't. Which is fine. Which is all good. Thor Love and Thunder was probably one of the most god-awful films I have ever seen in my life. Just gonna say that. Seriously. I like Madam Web over this fucking movie, dude. Madam Web. And that's saying something. The jokes didn't hit in Thor Love and Thunder. The characters were frustratingly annoying. There was, like, a screaming goat joke. Like, did I get taken captive and thrown into 2012 all of a sudden? That joke hasn't been funny for about a decade. Spoiler alert, but when Jane Foster was literally on the brink of death, my sister and I could not stop fucking laughing because of how unserious it felt. It just, like, it felt as if it went through this really sad scene and then all of a sudden she'll just magically come to life again because, you know. Also, the head, like the kid's head, the floating head, oh, that was horrible to look at. Another huge criticism I have of this film as well is, I think it was perhaps the premiere of the film. I think Taika Waititi and Tessa Thompson were saying that this film was going to be, like, so gay, right? Gay people in a Marvel movie? Sign me up. Sounds delightful. Apparently, from what they meant with so gay. They meant Valkyrie mentioning her dead girlfriend for about 2 seconds, and apparently they also meant Korg's husband at the end of the film, for like literally 2 seconds of the film as well. So, that classifies as so gay, apparently. I don't know about that one. Maybe, now just spitballing here, maybe they meant the sexual tension between Thor and Star-Lord, because there was a little bit of some fruitiness going on there, I will not lie. Chris Pratt would probably faint if he heard me say that. But they didn't think I'd notice. They didn't think that we would notice, you and I. Anyway, movie was bad, hated it. That's probably one of the most insulting films I've ever watched in my life. Anyway, did I say that was the most insulting film? I take that right back. Because we have Batman, The Killing Joke next. I sure love reading one of the best Batman comics and stories ever created. I wonder if they made a movie. They did make a movie. What? They made a movie of one of my favorite Batman comics. Wow! There's an animated movie based on the comic? What? 77 minutes? That seems like a lot of time for a 64-page comic. I wonder what else they'll add into the story. Oh my god, no. What is happening? No! Go back, go back, go back! No! Yeah, so, Batman and Batgirl canoodle in this movie. Your reasoning is as good as mine, because, oh my god, what were they thinking? What the hell were they thinking? They took this and was like, how do we fill this into a full-length movie? Ding! I know. Let's make them fuck! I would rather see Batman and Joker going full at it than watching Batman and Batgirl go at it. I would rather that. Traumatizing. That's the word. Traumatizing. Absolutely fucking traumatizing. I keep going off script here. Now, I'm usually fine with some added material to make the runtime like a little longer. That's fine. But oh my Jesus, this was not the way to do it. The first 30 minutes of this movie is quite possibly the most boring and the most uncomfortable piece of Batman media I have ever seen in my entire life. Not even in Batman. Just period. I feel very strongly about this because why wouldn't you feel strongly about this? Because it's weird. It's weird. Someone had a weird fetish and was just like, let's roll with it. Once the movie actually goes directly from the book, it's good. You know, the bar is pretty low, but it's good. Like, it's adapting pretty much page by page of the book, which is good because it's the book is good and you're just adapting it into a different media. Another good takeaway is that Kevin Conroy and Mark Hamill are Batman and Joker respectively. Almost threw up just then. That's okay. Almost threw up. I was thinking of the scene again. But Kevin and Mark are quite possibly the best Batman and Joker voice actors ever, at least in my opinion. They always produce such a great performance with those characters. Like, every time they just like hit it every time. They do so well. So that is a good takeaway from the film. But the first half hour just completely ruins the rest of it. It's just boring. Not even like, setting that whole yucky scene aside, just in itself, it's just so boring. There's nothing there. They tried to scramble together something to make it longer, but it just didn't work. That is going to be the end of part 1. If you liked it, give it a like. If you hated it, give it a like. I'm definitely going to do a part 2, probably a part 3. Getting a little cheeky here, maybe even a part 4. So, go read this if you haven't. Anyway.